Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this, your Virgo October 2022 reading and forecast. Hi, I'm Nigel Saint James, clairvoyant, for those of you who are stopping by for the first time, and for the subscribers, well, you know, it's great to see you each month. You're like my extended family, truly you are. And you know, don't you, that we don't have any video advertisements breaking their way into this content, so you get to enjoy the experience. And speaking of good experiences, I've had the great honor to do a number of one-on-one personal clairvoyant readings for some Virgoans over the course of the last month from different parts of the world. And if you would like to have a one-on-one with me from anywhere in the world, just check out the description below. Now, we're going to take 5 cards because, as you know, 5 is all we need. And this rather unusual and I think quite rare deck is going to provide us with the insight. The images will give us things to talk about. The Queen of Cups. Here is the 6 of Wands. It's a good card for you to have, I think. This is the card of Art. This is the Knight of Swords. So you've got a good spectrum of images here. And there is the Queen of Discs. So 2 queens, a Queen of Cups and the Queen of Discs. I wonder what they might have to say to us. Now, I might use the back of these cards to act as a sort of frame for your reading, because they are interesting backs and pretty trippy, I think. Anyway, why don't you come now, sit down here next to me. We'll have a good close look at the imagery on these cards together while I do the reading for you. Good, I think you can see that. Let's start with the Queen of Cups. Have a look at the imagery on it, shall we? And see what we can make of it. My dear friend, well, look at these cirrus clouds in the background that are there. Well, the crest of the, if you can call it that, if we were to say that she had a crown, the crest of the Queen of Thrones of the Waters bears an ibis with open wings. Do you know, the ibis is a water bird, and alchemically it symbolizes the lunar forces, and we can see the moon back there. The lunar forces and cycles of time, the realms of duality and the successful change of one form to another. As a variety of stork, the bird, the stork, the ibis also signifies maternal instinct. Now the queen sits with her skirts pooled about her like water, gazing at her reflection in the river waters below. Now, a lot of Cancer and a lot of Gemini around here, so they might well be important to you at this time here. Now, generally, now this could be you, but it could also be someone that you know is someone who is, her general characteristics are really going to depend on the impact of influences that come upon her from the outside, that being outside events or people. I mean, obviously people are outside, but she will be at the disposal of every impact. She's not going to have a great ability to defend herself or to filter what those things are. The energies that the events and the people around her bring towards her. Now, she is a woman, bearing in mind that court cards can be of either gender, who is intuitive, an observer, quite dreamy and tranquil, I think, poetic, yet passive, possibly psychic abilities, I think, that you may well have at this time. She can see herself in others and can also see through others and reflect that back to them. Emotions will be shown openly. There's a feeling of parenthood around here, and a great degree of emotional integrity. Now, the calm water on which she sits, next to which she rests, that mirrors her image almost perfectly. What she radiates outwardly is reflected in, or is a reflection of, the deepest emotional reaches of her being. She is in contact with her feelings and shows them openly and authentically. The people around her may not always understand her, but that is not a problem for her. She will not compromise emotionally, for in order to do so, she would have to deny herself and might lose the glow of her beauty in doing so. I think that ibis also is a sign of the new. This can be seen as having a connection with motherhood in particular, but also fatherhood there as well. Understand that by showing your feelings openly, you become beautiful. Do you understand? Now, there may not be people who understand you all the time, so don't concern yourself about it. There are enough others with whom you can share your feelings. Are you open to your emotions and feelings? Trust your feelings. Live in harmony with them and say to yourself, my openness and my vitality makes me beautiful. Now there's another queen here, and let's have a look at her first, shall we? The Queen of Discs. Now, esoterically, the watery part of Earth, but I know her as the Queen of the Thrones of Earth. Now, Capricorn, Sagittarius. Now, Capricorn, obviously, because of the insignia of the goat that's on here, and also these horns that are there. The rose here is talking about there is now a time of a blooming. She's looking backwards, I think, from where she has come from. And I think it's safe to say that what has been the case is that, you've had some work to do, haven't you, in the past, looking back? And now you've arrived at more fruitful surroundings, and that's what this rose is about. Now, the element of Capricorn here brings a great degree of ambition. So you will be ambition. I think also affectionate and kind, charming, practical. This is a very good energy for those who are involved in home duties or spend their time mainly at their home. Very good energy for that. I think also you'll be ambitious, but it's important, I think, that you work with instinct and intuition rather than over-intellectualizing things. Rather, be quiet, hard-working, practical, sensible. Now, the people represented by this card possess the finest of the quieter qualities. They can, in a reticent and unassuming way, actually be very lusty and sexy. Well, it's always the quiet ones, isn't it? And sometimes they can also get into the drink and drugs, almost as if they only can realize their essential happiness by getting out of themselves. Now, she represents prosperity and security. You must at this time keep a practical, compassionate, and nurturing attitude to others and to your own circumstances. So go with the flow. She also represents health and diet, so it's important during this period that you do take care of your health, that you make sure that you haven't missed any doctor's appointments, or if you have, that you go and get them sorted out again, and make sure you get proper nutrition to look after yourself, and get exercise, and go forward quietly without an overt, that is, an open attack on existing situations. I think you have passed through something of an arid stretch on your journey, and you have arrived at more fruitful surroundings, as I say. You can rest and devote some attention to yourself and to your physical needs. Now, in what ways have you neglected your body or your outer self? Do you indulge yourself too much? Devote more attention to your health than you have until now. And say to yourself, I give my body the gift of loving attention. It gives me the gift of life energy, joy in living, and health. Well, where shall we go next, do you think? There was a major arcana. There it is there. Let's have a look at that. And then we'll do this Knight. And then victory! Excellent. Now, I think this is quite straightforward. Sagittarius, water. The daughter of the reconcilers, I call it, even though it's a male figure here. The bringer forth of life. Sagittarius energy is all over here, so Sagittarius is going to be important to you at this time. This is talking about the combination of your life forces, the unification of opposites, balance, inner change, transformation, and a great degree of creative power with you at this time. I think that you'll have action that you base on what I'd call accurate assessment. That is, you'll have done your homework, you'll have checked out the details with things, and you'll take action based on that work that you've done, and the action will be successful. There is, in fact, success after quite elaborate dealings and some work. I also get the feeling of escape here. That is, that you're getting out of something or getting away with something. Well, that can be good, can't it? We don't need to take any moral position on that. But that's very much an energy that's coming around here, that you get away with something, and that's often a good thing. This is about the bringing together of opposites as a preparation for generating something new. I also think it's a time where you need to dig deep within yourself, to go down into your psyche, to, like a miner goes into the earth, to dig deep to find the gold. You need to dig deep into yourself to uncover the hidden gold that is within you. And this is a process that you will do. I think it's a challenge to look inward. In this phase of integrating opposites, the transformation will not tolerate any further impulses or pushes from the outside. So be wary of that. And to find that hidden gold, you must look within. What does it mean now for you to find your hidden gold? Close your eyes and visualize a fountain of energy in your body. Bathe a while in this rejuvenating current and say to yourself, I equally value the light and dark within my own nature. I am a well-integrated person. I surrender to the transforming powers of the divine. I am an open channel for creative energy. Well, I think we might then have a look at the Lord of Winds and Breezes. Let's have a look here. The Knight of Swords. Well, the image is quite straightforward. There's nothing particularly esoteric there that I need to bring your attention to. Now, I am getting a lot of Gemini and Taurus around here. Why is that the case? Because I think that you will have the energy of the mind brought to you by Gemini, with the influence and stability and determination brought to you by Taurus. You'll be someone who is active, clever, skillful, fierce, maybe unreflective from time to time. Again, very goal-oriented and ambitious, flexible intellectual powers though, quite passionate, and really someone who wants to stand up for what they believe in during this time. You know, his strong intellectual determination is unified within a, let me pull it out there a bit, within a, what would I call it, with a deep emotional perceptiveness. Now, only goals which are emotionally charged can kindle such passion. Body, intellect, and spirit are in harmony and will be flying alongside you. Now, I think also that you will be getting clear insight into a problem and working quickly to set goals without letting anything get in the way. This is, I feel though, something of a restless period for you where you are transitioning and trying to get somewhere else, either in your everyday life or maybe even in actual physical travel itself. But this is a time for you to listen to your head rather than to your heart. I get the feeling that he is someone who's more comfortable in his head rather than in expressing feelings, but you have no difficulty in expressing feelings. Do you know, I think that I really do get this feeling of restlessness in all aspects of life. Maybe you want to break free from the workplace. Now, you may know someone in a relationship setting that goes through to the annoyance of the people concerned and also to those around them of breaking up and getting back together, breaking up and getting back together, breaking up and getting back together and driving everybody demented. That's something that you may hear of at this time. But you are now in a good position to forge plans, to set goals, and to bring them to fruition. Do you even know what your goal is? Are you able to specify it in one sentence and memorize it? What happens once you achieve it? And imagine how you will best be able to enjoy your success. And say to yourself, I know my goal, and I know what I am working towards. Each goal is just a milestone on the way to my ultimate destination. And that brings us finally to, let's have a look at you. Actually, you go back there and you go there. The Lord of Victory. Well, this is quite interesting. Unusual sort of stuff on here, isn't there? What might I make of this? Look, did you know that in heraldry, heraldry is the art of stuff that, you see on family crests, or that were put on the armor of kings and aristocrats back in the old days? Well, in the art of heraldry, the lion stands for deathless and dauntless courage. And the lion shown here would be said to be in the position of the lion sejant, which means sitting on his own haunches with both of his front paws on the ground. Now, as a king of beasts, it historically symbolizes bravery, strength, and royalty. Now, in the position that he's sitting in, the lion is paused in the moment of victorious celebration, firm in his majestic pose of calmly looking before him. Now, the lion here is shown paired with an owl. Now, the owl in heraldry means one who is vigilant and of sharp wit, that is clever. And here, the owl is shown standing in a position called in its vigilance, with one leg raised. Now, the owl wears a crown with the heraldic meaning of royalty. And above these two animals, or bird and an animal, are 6 sprouting wands in the shape of an upright triangle for fire. Behind them, the sun sits in the position that it does. Now, the rose in heraldry signifies hope and joy. And here, the rose is golden, as the specific message of a yellow or gold rose is worthy of trust or treasure. Now here, astrologically, we have Jupiter in Leo. Well, actually, it would be in the 2nd decan of Leo, which is the 3rd to the 12th of August. Now, Jupiter is all about love, expansion, and philosophy. And this combines well with the creativity of Leo. And so we have success in achieving your goals. Leo is also ruled by the sun. And with the number 6 here, I have a mystical association with the sun as well. So this is particularly beneficial for you, this card. There's a great degree of balance and harmony. And Leo is going to give you confidence and creativity, while Jupiter will bestow expansiveness upon you. There is here, as the title suggests, and this is the Lord of Victory, victory, success, clarity, breakthrough, and the unification of your energies. Do you know you're going to feel inspired to continue on with things, and you're going to start getting recognition from other people? And I have to say, I think you will quite enjoy being in the spotlight. Being in the spotlight, that's for sure. You're filled with an exalted feeling of strength, which aids you to victory on all levels you wish for. Now, Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, binds itself with the creativity of Leo, so all goals are going to be easily reached. But of course, the victory must not be achieved at the expense of others or unjustly set them at a disadvantage. There's nothing wrong with competition. The struggle must be won by fair means. It should be put to the service of some good cause which benefits all involved. You'll have high self-confidence, which is coming from Leo, to go forward and set new goals and improve your learning and understanding of things, which is Jupiter. There's victory here over past troubles. Now, although you will remember them, you'll have defeated them and become stronger. All is well. You've worked hard to get here and you deserve it. So what are you planning to do? The moment promises success. What do you really want to achieve? What does victory mean for you? Say this to yourself. I am now ready to enjoy success in my life. I am ready to enjoy it. Every event in my life brings me closer to my final goal, and my victory brings benefits to all involved. Well, good job, you. That's the way it is for you this month. Well, what an absolutely fantastic reading for you for this month of October. I hope you enjoyed the experience as much as I enjoyed providing it to you. You know, it's great. I love doing your readings for you each month. I really do, and I love it when you come by and stop by and have a look at it. It's good. It really makes me feel great. Now, one thing to remember, of course, is this: that until I see you again, remember that you are a legend, and I look forward to seeing you again next month. And until then, it's bye for now.